Thank you for joining me as I sort of explore empathetic convergence in STEM education and discuss how we've moved from STEM to STEAM. Not only to move away from an acronym, but also to be more inclusive of creativity and artistic process. As we think about STEAM, we're sort of positioning it as a state of being that is between other states, a solid, rigid, physical world, and a fluid, malleable virtual world, and how this intersection, this nexus between those two, can be explored in a variety of disciplines. So, really looking at trying to bring those disciplines together. Convergence education isn't just the blending of disciplines, but rather it is driven by a compelling or complex socio-scientific problems or topics, where our students apply the knowledge and skills in a really blended approach across multiple disciplines in order to create or innovate new solutions that impact individuals and is very human centered. Um, so, as we're considering strategies moving into a more inclusive and creative approach to education, we're really leveraging design thinking strategies and encouraging students to think outside the box, experiment with different approaches, and embrace failure as a learning opportunity. We seek to foster innovation and entrepreneurial mindset for these students that through empathy and through collaborations with diverse teams. Additionally, we really seek to reimagine the STEM higher education to generate a more diverse and proactive workforce. For years, there's been disparities in STEM degree completions. It's been a topic of policymakers and educational leaders at large. At times in the US, when enrollment trends are really seeing an increase of underrepresented minorities, there still lacks representation across um, institutions in the STEM areas. And so it's something that we really want to be mindful of moving forward. As we examine this challenge, it's important to reflect both from more pragmatic advice and a deeper sense of connection and social meaning regarding the subject matter. Increasing minority participation in these STEM programs is really, really important for us to address the various barriers as we try to promote inclusivity. So we're adopting this multifaceted approach to address participation and to create this diverse shift to support Industry 4.0 and developing the skills and knowledge that align with demands of a rapidly changing technological landscape. Increasing collaborative approaches with diverse teams. Our goal is to develop key strategies that will create an upward force to increase more persistence, to retain students in the STEM pipeline. And we feel that doing that through the arts and through the act of doing is really, really essential. Another essential part of that is developing partnerships. They play a crucial role in how people engage in the college experience. Collaboration with a variety of different stakeholders is really, really important. And we really think that it's our job to take the lead in creating these partnerships as feeder programs for corporations, but also to have them function as mentors, to share in the curricular standards so that we can really align with our industry partners. Empathetic convergence is a term that's really rooted in emotional intelligence. It involves the ability to recognize, understand, and respond to emotions of oneself and of others. It empathizes with individuals, even those that are vastly different perspectives or come from different backgrounds. And through that, we hope to not only expand the thinking process, but also to expand the possibilities of solutions. Um, In recent years, we've really seen a shift into these cross pollination of different ecosystems coming together and building one that is sustainable of a variety of different systems. So, we really want to create a community of a variety of different organisms functioning within the same physical space. We want to create a complex network. Um, that is inquisitive and where critical thinking is thriving. These ecosystems really magnify the collective experience and become a challenge and develop a sense of momentum. Um, so the infusion of the arts is really valuable for us to act as a transforming agent, to create dynamic fusion that enhances learning, sparks creativity, and prepares students for the complex challenges. Cross pollination really refers to that idea of merging ideas and methodologies from a variety of different principles together to spark innovation. Traditionally, STEM subjects are often taught in isolations and students are focused on one area of expertise. However, it's really important now more than ever to challenge a more holistic understanding and blending models together. Cross pollinizations of disciplines really encourage students to think beyond their boundaries, you know. Um, and then students are exposed to different perspectives and methodologies. It stimulates their creativity, allows them to see problems from multiple angles. Through this convergence of disciplines into a unified approach, we're able to get students to assess and adapt information from various sources and discern patterns and make informed decisions. This holistic approach to problem solving is really crucial to addressing complex, real world problems such as climate change or healthcare optimization. By exposing the students to different STEM or STEAM disciplines, cross pollination helps break down stereotypes and misconceptions about what it means to be a scientist or an engineer. And when a student sees the diverse range of fields they can engage in, it also encourages inclusivity and diversity within the education and the career model itself. Building an effective problems statement has been really an essential pivotal moment for us in our curriculum development and a task that we create a significant amount of time on. Whether they're working on a research project, a business initiative, or any endeavor, a really well constructed problem statement helps clarify the issue at hand, helps guide the developmental solutions. A clear and well defined problem statement is foundation for effective problem solving and decision making. It guides your efforts in finding solutions and ensures that all stakeholders understand the issue and its importance. Human centered solutions is also extremely important for us and is grounded in the notion of empathy. So, empathy fosters an environment of trust and understanding. It's essential for effective collaboration. Our STEAM students come from a variety of different fields that must work together to solve complex problems. And empathy really helps them appreciate each other's expertise, reduce conflicts, and enhances the collective creativity. Empathy is also closely tied to effective communications. And in an interdisciplinary STEAM team, the ability to express ideas clearly and listen to others is really paramount for us. Empathetic individuals tend to be better communicators, facilitating the exchange of ideas and knowledge. Empathy mapping is a powerful tool that's used in design thinking, um, and it allows you to gain a deeper understanding of the user's needs, emotions, behaviors, perspectives. It involves creating a visual representation or diagram of who the end user is, who you're solving the problem for, and allows designers and developers and marketers to understand their target audience and really empathize to create a more user centered approach to designing or developing innovation. Empathy mapping is often done as a group activity where team members or stakeholders collaboratively work to complete this. Um, it helps ensure that the final product or service is really user centric, addresses real needs, and provides a positive end result. By integrating these and others approaches to STEAM education, we're bringing a holistic understanding of problem solving across disciplines. This human-centered approach is not only beneficial for a student's personal and professional development, also addresses complex real-world problems effectively. I'd like to end by showing a case study with a colleague of mine in visual design working up a design solution for his students that integrates a variety of disciplines from programming to visual design to engineering.
With over 130 million active smart speakers in the US today, devices like Amazon Echo and Google Home are quickly becoming a dominant tool in everyday life, and our students are being asked to craft experiences to support them. So how do we teach this stuff? How do we better prepare our students for these emerging interactions? And how do we leapfrog our own skills to stay relevant? We're going to help answer these questions by running through an exercise of envisioning the kitchen of tomorrow using today's design tools. So, let's get cooking. Our user story begins with a dad. He's just wrapped up a spin class and decides, ooh, I'm hungry. So he heads to the kitchen. His watch sends real-time biometric data to the cloud, which the smart fridge accesses and displays. A sensor determines the distance between dad and the fridge and adjusts the visual hierarchy to increase legibility. Now, the fridge knows a few things: dad's calorie intake that he needs to replenish nutrients and what food is available. So it combines this data with a quick web search and displays a few options. Nah, dude, more recipes. It's also working really hard to keep dad healthy. Fine, I'll make a smoothie. As soon as dad puts the ingredients out, a step-by-step guide overlays onto the cutting board. The image comes from a hidden mini projector mounted under the cabinet. Now, a few steps in, the Echo device, which name has been changed from Alexa to Dude, hears a young girl's voice.
Dude, I'm hungry.
Now, data shows that 90% of similar occurrences result in Emma eating dad's food. So a prompt appears, and of course dad says, dude. Okay. The recipe modifies quantities and repeats steps in order for dad to serve the two of them. Now, this makes Emma happy, which in turn makes dad happy, and to keep the happy going, another prompt appears showing a sale on strawberries for next day delivery. Emma says,
Oh yeah, dude.